Hi friends, welcome back to my channel if you are returning. I recently got a comment on a video of mine where they asked how they can start junk journaling, but they don't like leaving their house, which is so valid because same. But because of this, they found it difficult to collect junk for their journal spreads. And so I wanted to come up with 5 journaling prompt ideas for anyone who wants to start journaling but is a homebody, or maybe you're just going through a time where you're just staying home more and still want some ideas on journaling. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's get started on those journal spreads. This first spread is a what fills your cup spread, which I have seen all over Pinterest and wanted to take my own spin on it. It's a really fun approach to a gratitude list, which I always love to make, and it can look however you want it to, but I decided to dedicate one side of the spread to all of the things that I'm grateful for, and the other side of the spread to more of the junk. So that's where some of the junk journal kind of falls here. To make this mug, I sketched out a little mug on the back of some scrap paper, but if you wanted to make this a true junk journal moment, you can use an old paper bag or old envelopes from mail that you might have gotten that week, or newspapers. Truly anything can make up the mug here. Once you have the cutout of the mug, you can add anything to the background or any embellishments that you want. The main focus here is the mug. For my spread, I used some of that paper that comes in a recent package, and also these lace doilies that I like to use often in my spreads to act as a little tea saucer for my mug. Here I'm just cutting out the hole for the handle. Honestly, I do recommend using an X-Acto knife for this. I don't know why I didn't use it here because I do have some. You'll see in this next clip where I am cutting just the top of the mug for the opening so that I can stick all of the little things that fills my mug to make this a fun little interactive spread. From there, you'll want to glue down the mug onto your spread, and I want to emphasize that you want to leave some blank space, maybe like an inch or two at the top of the opening hole that you just cut out. That way you can add your little sheets of paper of everything that fills your cup easily. Moving on to the next page, I wanted to use junk of drink related products that I've had over the few weeks, so I mainly used tea bags and a label from this yuzu flavored soda, but you can use any type of drink related junk that you have. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even have to be drink related, but that's what I did because it made the most sense in my head, because it's like what fills your cup and then a drink. And I have been collecting this junk for a few weeks, so it was the perfect occasion to finally use it. I feel like I do this so often where I'll hold on to some junk for such a long time waiting for the perfect time to use it, so trying out different spreads like this are a fun way for me to revisit the junk that I've collected and finally use it, because what is the point of holding on to trash? Moving on to the next spread, I like to call this an ode to your favorite meal. Truthfully, it can be an ode to any common thing that you use regularly in your life, but the idea is that you're repurposing something that you use often instead of just tossing it in the trash. For my spread, I decided to dedicate this journal spread to breakfast. It's one of the only meals where I can pretty much eat the same thing over and over again and not really get tired of it. It's always some type of egg with some sourdough bread and a banana, and the only thing that really changes for my breakfast rotation is my caffeine of choice. I'll either opt for a matcha latte, but sometimes if I really need an extra boost, I'll go for some instant Vietnamese coffee. But the idea behind this spread is to essentially hold on to the things that you use regularly and dedicate a spread to it, because more than likely you're not really thinking about keeping it even if you use that thing every day. The spread is kind of like a gentle reminder of how even the little parts of life can be cherished. This next spread is really simple, but it's just a wish list using catalogs that you would get in the mail. I used to never look at these, but I received a comment on a past video of mine where I used old packaging from an Olive Young haul, and this commenter suggested to use these type of catalogs to create a wish list version of that spread so that you don't have to spend any money to collect old packaging. So I thought this was such a good idea. So I am currently subscribed to Ulta and Costco, so that's where I'm getting a lot of my cutouts for my wish list, but I'm 99% sure you can still get catalogs even if you're not subscribed to any. So there really isn't anything special or grand about this spread in particular, but it is fun to browse through these catalogs and window shop without ever having to leave your house. This next spread is also quite simple, but somehow took me the longest to do. Don't ask me why, but it is a washi tape quilt. Similar to the second spread, you can actually use anything to make up your quilt, but I had a bunch of empty rolls of washi tape that I had just been collecting for some time, so I decided to use those here. I also really love all of the different patterns and colors of the different washi tapes, so it was fun to kind of have it all mismatch but still look intentional. And the process for this spread is really quite simple. You want to take your washi tape or whatever material you're working with, lay it all down on the page and glue it down. There's no overthinking, you just do whatever feels right. It's so much fun to see it all come together, and honestly you can stop once you have all of your washi tape or whatever you're using on the page, but I wanted to add a little bit more details to make it look like a quilt, so I'm using an acrylic marker to go around and trace it all. I'm also using this marker to go around each block, so every section of the washi tape that I have down, and also adding stitching so that it looks like an actual quilt. There is something really therapeutic about having a brain off moment for your brain off hobby, if that makes sense. Even though I love journaling, there are still times where I overthink it, so having this little exercise where I'm just going around each block and adding stitching was really fun and really therapeutic to just not think about it. The last and final spread of the video is inspired by the Soundtrack of Life spread that's in Martina Calvi's A Year in Junk Journaling book, which is basically a book filled with 52 different journaling prompts. So I love referring to these prompts whenever I'm in a creative funk or just want to try something new. For my version, I decided to put my own spin to it and actually make it a soundtrack of my youth, because I feel like there's been a huge nostalgic surge lately, which then made me think about the music that shaped my adolescence, because growing up in the 2010s was such a fun time for music. It felt very fitting to incorporate a CD into the spread, because burning mixtapes to play on your CD player was the epitome of an analog hobby. But it was really fun to reminisce on the songs and artists that really shaped my youth, and even some of my best friendships to this day started from our mutual love of these artists. Like, if you were a Directioner in the 2010s, it was pretty much an automatic friendship because it really was a cultural phenomenon. And you just instantly understood each other if you were a Directioner. But there you have 5 journal spread ideas to embrace your creativity without ever having to leave your home. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe for more journaling content. Bye!